So we're getting a Vanguard movie. Now make sure you guys smash the ever-living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. So I guess I get to go spoiler alert if you have not watched the anime yet. Because there have been some interesting developments within the anime. I normally am not like an anime watcher, enjoyer of Vanguard, but like I do check in weekly on these animes just out of curiosity, see what's going on. So Vanguard getting a movie adaptation of the quote-unquote finale of this. It does feel a little bit different than the way we approached Neon Messiah. Because previously, Neon Messiah just kind of was its own, like, standalone story. But it had ramifications for, like, future development. For example here, and just to make myself a little bit of a nerd here, I did recently pick up the DVD, and we also have the Neon participation ticket that actually came with this. The marketing that came with this movie, many of you might not know, but it did have the Messiah with the original, fun stuff with it, because this was really cool. It also had the original Stride back on it, but you also had the stand-up postcard that came with it as well, which was a little bit of an oddity in and in itself. I just found it very interesting that their old marketing had, this envelope inside the DVD for you to pick that up. So that was something I just wanted to show off that I recently had picked up, because I thought that was, I think I picked $5 for it off of Buy, which, sure, man. Just a nice little piece of history. So the marketing for that movie was different, but you also have to remember right now, Vanguard is celebrating its 15 years. All right, like this is a great time in the game's history that they've got to be promoting in different ways than you would think they would do. So making it so that the October theatrical release tying into set 16, which unfortunately kind of sucks right now, because set 15 is going to get dumpstered really, really quickly here. It's like, oh my god, it's a Ren set, but at the same time, it's like, oh man, there's so much more potential to be had here with what else is coming, that I'm just, it's a little bit of a coin flip right now, but we also did get, as the thumbnail up here suggests, we did get a look at the new unit, and the bigger protagonist. Poor Guavialis, by the way, just got bullied so hard. His unit was big old Stinky, and he just got kicked straight off into the corner. They didn't answer the questions of like why Akina has the Moongate cards, why we didn't get anything exciting with like the integration of the Moongate cards with Reziel. We could have created like a Moon Deity hybrid there. There's that. There's also the question of the waking up at the end. Are we going to get a new Varga? Is she the hero? Because evidently there's been a time skip there. Could Ikena and our other protagonists could they have lost? These are questions that our movie. We could be setting up a new pro tag here. That also brings me into something else. Evidently, it's been confirmed that we will be getting something beyond Divines in 2027, which I think this is kind of appropriate, right? You set the cast up to send them off in one glorious movie, which, once again, celebrating 15 years of Vanguard's legacy and history, getting a theatrical release of, the end of season, kind of showcasing, a battle on a big screen, some excitement, kind of drawing back in some of the older things. Where you go from here is going to be the interesting part. And as we saw with the new unit, I know we kind of got to stir back this. The new unit is glorious. It reminds me of Blue Asha so much in terms of its color scheme. And I didn't think Bushiroad had it in them to create something this, eye-catchy, in my opinion. But they somehow manage to actually bring that together. So I'm excited just because of the visual appeal that the boss unit actually has. And I do hope, as we've seen time and time again, I mean, like, Bushi has been a little bit scared trying to push, extra card design, giving Reziel a third form. I don't really know if it lines up with current design philosophy, because, if you give them a third boss monster, kind of got a power creep. So to give the second form to the Parralactic Fate, we were the Parralactic Clash, now we're the Fate. Now we're gonna have the Thunderdome after this. Is that the name of the battle in the 1v1 scenario that kind of comes with? I don't know. I'm making fun of what's to come, but I'm glad to see that, like, we have the plans for the back half of the year now, so we actually can see, where is Vanguard planning on going from here. Now, I guess this does bring up, like, the next set of questions. Obviously, where's my premium support, Bushi? How are we going to market set 16? Because, set 15, actually, set 14 just came out last week. Actually, just came out this weekend, technically. So I guess we're in a point now that we can start to bridge on into set 15 here and get people, oh, wait, no, we have to get through the Nirvana, the Uranus, and we have to get through the Chronojet. Oh, yeah. So you're so far off. You've been spoiled so far in advance here for what's to come that they did a crazy look into it. They said, hey guys, hey, can you see that? Can you see what's coming? So this is interesting. Outside of that, I don't know, Bushiroad, I'm gonna give you a thumbs up. You get one thumbs up from me. You shocked me with the theatrical release. I did not expect you to pull that one off. And, I don't know how they're going to do it on our side. I assume we probably just won't, like with Neon Messiah. Even still trying to find Neon Messiah and watch it, it's pretty challenging. So, it sounds like it's going to be another DVD release-aroo. There's still certain versions of cards you can only get through the G DVD sets for Vanguard. A little bit of interesting things that you didn't know. They actually released certain versions of the cards. I mean, they were just reprints for certain ones, but they were only available in some of the DVD releases. If you look back now, I think, G-era cards have become pretty hard to find for certain versions of things. But it is kind of interesting just to look back and, see. And, this is going to have a DVD release. Even in the big 2020, it'll be technically 2027 for a DVD release for this. They're going to market a DVD to this. They're going to include a promo card in it. They're still selling CDs in Japan for fucking Weishwars, for Christ's sakes, that has exclusive promo cards in it. Slap 2 songs on a DVD and go, hey, you got to go buy the DVD if you want the promo card. And these promo cards end up being defining cards that, the meta actually needs. It's a common occurrence with marketing. So they are opening up a double-sided market to this. And also, what about the promo card for when you go to theaters? You can make a specific energy generator just for that. The field is endless here for how they can present and market this. That's all I'm trying to say. So please take a second to leave a comment down below. I'm quite intrigued with how we're going to go about this, but that's just fine. That's why we love Bushiroad, and, I think I can finally say, I think they're getting their shit together. Maybe. Maybe. Guys, keep a little smile on your face. Bye-bye. Have a good rest of your day and enjoy your card fight. Thanks for watching today's video. Check out tradingcardmint.com down below in the description. Enter MCOL40 on checkout. Save a little bit of money on your purchase. Check out mcolgames.com if you're interested in getting some cool play mats and single trading cards as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss one of our videos. Thanks for watching.